one thing about me is that I'm gonna marry a rich man. And before I get all the haters in the comments, all the men who are like, oh, you're such a gold digger, you're just a sugar baby. Listen, if you were a woman and you could choose between a man who was rich and a man who wasn't, which one would you choose? I have literally talked to men who have money about this. And they literally have told me, yeah, if I was a woman, I would definitely choose a rich man. So they're not complaining. And for the people who are like, oh, wow, you just want people for their money, listen. I have talked to men who are successful and men who aren't. And there is a whole different energy with men who have money, okay? There's confident, hardworking, determined, driven. These are all traits I want in a man. And then I hate to say it, but there are some women who also are haters of women who...
What's up, y'all? Welcome to the DeMarkco effect. We'll get the full effect of me. I'm going to just start off by saying it. She's not... Look. She is not a woman that a rich man would date if he's already rich. Typically, the guys that are rich, that have wives that look like her, or that don't look good to people, typically they was with him through high school, or they found him in college and they was down with him when they was down, and they got up. Now that they up together. Typically. So her, yeah, you can choose and say that you want a rich man, but that don't mean you gonna get him. Especially when you look like her. Because look, that rich man is confident. He is goal driven. He is determined. But he also has way more options than just you. Because all of the women want him. Not just a small percentage. You got to remember, there is average men making average money, right? Men making less than average money that basically have to compete with the 10 to 20% of women that actually want them, right? But then you have the 10% of men that have access to 90% of women, because 90% of women want a rich guy. If you ask me, all women would want a rich guy. But the funny thing is, all of them actually think they deserve a rich guy. That's where the issue is, aligning. She thinks she deserves a rich guy. But my question is, what are you doing to make a guy want you? And how old are you?
Who want this, usually because they have men who aren't. But the thing is, babe, you can marry a rich man too, okay? Just because you chose to be with a man who doesn't make money, that's on you. Because you have the opportunity to choose some man who has money. And if you know me, you know that I'm a hustler, okay? I'm on my grind too. I'm gonna get my bag too, okay? So I'm not just giving this leech energy. Also, when you get to my age, you just realize there's no settling. There is no settling for broke boys out here. I'm just so over the whole shaming women for wanting to marry rich. Like, fellas, you can marry rich too. We can all marry rich people. The universe is abundant. So, yeah. Because like I said, if you can choose between someone who has money and someone who doesn't have.
So by her standards, the universe is abundant, and men can marry rich women as well, because it is abundant. So is she then saying that if you're broke, you're rich? Is that what she's saying? Because that's what it sounds like. That's what it sounds like she's trying to communicate to us, the audience here. And no, everybody can't have a rich guy, because only 10% of people make over $100,000. So everybody can have a rich guy. He probably can have all of the women, but they all can't have a rich guy. One to marry. And if you pay attention to women when they get older, right, their standards get higher as they get older, and they get more wear and tear in their body. So the more men they sleep with, then they get older, then they realize, oh, nah, this is not me no more. I want somebody to settle down with, and I don't want to settle for a broke guy. That's the problem. Y'all need to understand that if you work together with your man, y'all will be fine. Y'all will be good. I promise you. If you stuck with this guy and y'all work together and y'all made y'all money together and put it in one pot and was 100, y'all will be fine. But just because you want to sit back on your behind. Now, you're saying, I want a rich guy. If this wasn't required in your past, right? Or if you haven't actually been married to one before, why do you think you deserve one?
Money, which one would you choose? Which one would you choose? Because guess what? We all have the freedom to make our own choices. And we all have the choice to marry someone rich. So ladies, don't be ashamed of the life that you want. Go get it. Go get it. That's all I'm saying. Okay.
Women, I'm sorry. Don't sit here and let this woman lie to y'all. I will say it. It's not happening. The chances of you getting a rich guy is more than likely not happening. It's possible, but it's very improbable to happen. Okay? The probability of you actually getting somebody that makes a lot of money, it ain't very high. It's very, very low. Because then you got to remember, right? Out of the rich guys, some of them are gay, so some of them don't like women, right? Some of them are married, right? And some of them just don't want to get married. So when you factor in that percentage, it is very, 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 very small of a percent. It's less than 5% of men that you can actually have access to and marry. It is very low. So selling women's dreams, and I'll show y'all something. Women lie to each other so much that when you go to the comment section, you see, it's so true, though, LOL. I found my soulmate and he's sweet and kind and smart. He likes to add that he's also rich. It does make life easier. That's you. Right, like why would we want a bad life? So a bad life is dealing with anybody that's not rich to them. So they can get whatever they want. And these are women that ain't worth shit. I'm sorry. They're not worth anything. But other than that, make sure y'all leave a like down below. Leave a comment down below. It is free. If you just subscribed, I appreciate you. If you already subscribed, I love you. But I love all of y'all. I appreciate all of y'all. Have a good evening, good day, good night, good morning, wherever y'all at. And I'll see y'all.